Okay, so the problem we were having is when we ran the simulation on the hair, it curves up. We get a little bit of an arc here. And it turns out the reason it's doing that is it's trying to point in the direction of the normal of the face normals. And so, the face normals of the polygonal object that the follicle is on. Okay, so what we need to do to fix this problem is to change those normals. So first of all, let me pause this. Let's isolate my selection here so that we can have a more appropriate view. I'll rewind my hypergraph and I'll frame up these curves. So we'll go ahead and show those, and then I'm going to use my isolate select. Okay, and then I'm going to select this polygon object only. I'm going to go to display, polygons, and we got face normals. Okay, so let me change my background so that can be seen easier. Okay, so we got these little green lines that are pointing up from the faces, and those are called face normals. And these curves are trying to point that direction. That's their first goal. And then their second goal, because we've told it to, is to try to point in the direction of the start curve. Okay? But it has to try to obey the normal first. That way you don't have, because it's a hair simulation, I think the thinking is that a hair doesn't grow out sideways from your head necessarily, right? It doesn't grow out of the straight to the side. So we're going to get it to obey these normals, but the face normals is actually just an average of what's called vertex normals. So each vertice has a normal. So we'll go to display, polygons, and we'll turn off these face normals, and we'll go back to display polygons, and we'll turn on vertex normals. So here's our vertex normals. So each face normal, so like for instance on this face where this follicle is at, is obeying these four vertex normals. It's an average of them. So what we need to do is go into component mode, and we'll go to vertex mode, and we will select vertices. We'll go to the window, general editors. Oh, not, I wanted the component editor. And if you go to the polygons tab of this component editor, you'll see, and you scroll over, you'll see a normal X, Y, and Z. So we can edit these normals. Let's turn X to 1. I did a little experimenting yesterday, so I kind of know what to do. And I'll turn Y to 0, and normal Z will also set that to 0 for now. Now, my normal is pointing straight out to the side now of the face. Right? See these two lines? So I needed them to point straight back. So let's unisolate select. We need this to point down this feather. So with the normal Z value selected, and again, you would just have to experiment with this to see which is what you needed. I can grab the slider down here and rotate it into that orientation of that feather. Okay, so I can see that this is doing something weird right now. So we need to adjust these ones as well, the next set of vertice normals. So we'll set this to 1, this to 0, and this to something about like that. Now, of course, it's going to make a liar out of me. And so the problem that we're having is this. I've already adjusted this start curve. And so the start curve should be pointing straight up to begin with. But since I had already adjusted these start curves, it looks kind of weird. But basically, this is the correct idea. And so we would continue to do that, and we want to point these normals in the direction that we want our feathers to stick out. And that would be our solution. Okay?